I knock on the door and say, good evening, Marianne Lavore. The little Sapphire has come to see you.
There's a pause. And then there's a step at the door, and the door creeps open, and you can see one of the servants who works within the chateau, an older woman in her 40s or so, human with like very short, kind of crimped, dark hair, glances past. Her name is Nadine, and she peeks through looking at
I'm terribly sorry. What did you say?
I'm here to see the Ruby of the Sea.
Unfortunately, she is going to be performing shortly.
I know. Tell her that I'm here.
I am... she is...
No, I know.
Not
just
taking
tell her.
any sort of
tell her.
custom
The little Sapphire's here to see you, Ruby.
You hear a voice from behind her go, I'm sorry, what? And from peeking over the shoulder, as your vision focuses into the chamber beyond, low lit beyond just the series of candles that are set around the single mirror, you see the beautiful red skin of your mother and the dark hair tumbled past the shoulder as she's been wearing a mostly laced up bodice. As the other servant is in the process of lacing and tying it, glances over her shoulder, kind of pushes past the edge of the chair and goes,
It's me.
You see her smile brightly, her kind of faintly white, glowing with a hint of yellowish gold tint to her eyes, brighten immediately and goes, well, come in. Please, close the door for me. Nadine closes the door and goes, I very confused by this mistress, but whatever you require. At which point the other one who's lacing is still like pulling on the back of the bodice, and without even looking at her, Marianne just kind of pushes her aside and goes, shh.
I ran forward and give her a big hug.
Okay, as you kind of give her a hug, she kind of holds you there and goes, you look different.
It's a spell. I'm actually still me, don't worry.
There's a nod, and their kind of tension in her body melts as her arms kind of enclose on your shoulders and back and pulls you in close in this moment of warmth and relief that washes over both of you at being reunited here in this chamber. The two servants kind of sit in the back awkwardly, not quite understanding entirely either, and kind of whispering to each other, while Marianne just continues to hold you and rock you back and forth and just goes, my beautiful Jester, I've missed you so much.
I missed you so much. I wanted to come home sooner, but we got distracted because we went to the Empire.
But I remember you telling me you were going to go there.
Oh, that's right. I sent you messages.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was it? I have not traveled beyond the boundaries.
It's really like kind of cold, and the people are pretty strict, but there are some really, really nice people that you can meet. I met a lot of friends. You should meet them.
I'd be happy to. And
they're downstairs.
She kind of traces her fingers along her face and goes like,
yep. I put her hand on my horn so she can tell
she feels it, and she's like, can I see my little girl?
Is it okay with
They're fine. He dropped the illusion, and even though she knew, it wasn't until actually she gets an opportunity to look upon your face and your hair and your eyes and your smile that you watch just life breathe in like a renewed fire into the chest of your mother. Immediately she grabs the sides of your cheeks and pulls you in and goes, I've missed you so much, and just brings you in and kisses you on the forehead and starts running her fingers through your hair, and
careful of the weasel. His name is Sprinkle, Mama.
He is very adorable.
I'm going to say I left Nugget downstairs with you guys.
Okay. After he beat on you?
Yeah.
She immediately starts kind of brushing your hair with her fingers on the side. It's like, you've gone so far and traveled so much. You have to tell me about what you've done.
I will, of course. Do you want me to finish lacing you up? Your performance is tonight.
Yes, it is. Please, do not mind. She knows what to do. And so now in front of the mirror with you behind her, she's looking at you through the mirror over her shoulder as you're helping lace at the back of her bodice. And
we went to a town and it was burned down and we killed a bunch of gnolls and we took off their ears. And then we went to another city and we fought these fish people in this swamp and it was really crazy. And then, oh my gosh, you should meet this monk girl that I know. She's crazy and she fights with her fists and also with a staff and she's really strong. And there's this other girl who has wings. And I tell her all about it.
all right, and she's just enthralled, like just listening to all this. And I would never have thought my little Jester would be seeing the world and fighting creatures and
Fighting so much. You should see how strong I've gotten.
I want to see how strong you've gotten.
Well, I mean, okay. Do you want me to punch you?
Perhaps wait till after the performance.
Okay.
I've just applied my. Anyway. With that point, she stands up, and Nadine helps her, puts her the rest of her dress on, and it's this beautiful, like deep purple, kind of satin type material. It's low cut with this beautiful long, kind of almost training sleeve that hangs down past her knees when her arms are at her side. Puts on her necklace, almost like what looks to be a faint velvet choker that kind of pulls across the back of the neck there, and in the center is a small blue gem that she keeps to remind herself of you.
Oh.
She takes a moment to look in the mirror and, well, how do I look?
You look beautiful, Mama.
Then perhaps you should go join your friends.
Oh, right. I can't disguise myself anymore, though. Can I borrow a cloak or something?
Perhaps. You can technically spend higher spell slots to cast a lower level spell.
Shit.
If you want to. It's up to
Okay,
you.
yeah, that's all what I'll do. I'll cast it again.
Okay.
I want to see a show. What could happen?
What could happen?
All my spell slots. Okay. And I run back down.
Okay, you run back down.